Hi Cancer, Sun, Rising, Venus, and North Node. Welcome to your February 2024 tarot reading. I hope and pray all is well with you and that you enjoyed this message. It was so funny as energy that just came through, but I'm not gonna spread that because I don't feel like the actual memo of it is of love and light, okay? This is from last holiday, and it's not one of those pretty quotes, okay? Let's just see if it's relevant. I'll speak it out, but if not, now let's see what's going on with Cancer for February. The Fool. Okay, so it is that Aries energy. I feel like there's somebody here who's taking a risk in the month of February. I feel like somebody could also be getting caught too. The Fool, the King of Wands, Judgment. If somebody married, they ain't living their wives. Okay, but also here, I'm getting that a lot of you guys could be going down a new path for yourself or feeling like you should. Especially if you have some gifts and abilities here, but you're learning that some of the tricks that you might have used might be hindering your natural gifts and abilities, all right? And you're wanting to learn ways to truly elevate down a new path. Especially if you're moving away from people who have like the tendency to burglarize others, whether it's stealing people's energies, items, whatever it may be. Five of Wands. Okay, there's a lot of fighting and conflict here. Okay, if you're in a colder climate or something like that, this could be like a union strike of some sort. I'm not promoting this either. I feel here that, maybe you're choosing peace, but you might be like walking right through the middle of conflict to get to work or to get to your emotional fulfillment or whatever makes you happy or fulfilled. Yeah, because here's you. Oh, wow. I didn't even notice. So she is holding like one of the signs, but the way that I was picking this up, Cancer, you're not holding any signs. You're trying to move through the chaos. All right. Yeah. Or you have your own like goals for your fulfillment in life. And you could be practicing removing yourself away from limiting belief systems. Okay, somebody could be getting married by a body of water or wanting to, or your favorite time to like go explore at times is when like the closest, largest body of water near you is icy. Okay. Some of you guys might be, drinking cooler water as well. Maybe putting it like in the freezer for a little bit and then taking it out so that it can be really cold. If you're noticing certain tendencies, make sure you're not too iron deficient, okay? Focus on that. I feel like it'll be very good for you, okay? There's other means to focus on like healing iron deficiency. And I feel like you're finding it or discovering it, okay? especially if it's too much for you. Okay, if you need like if you need to communicate with people, or you need like connections and things like that, of people who like are super aware of helping you with that, I feel like you'll find a person, but be careful. Like, let's say you're healing from like possibly having a blood transfusion in the past, or you're trying to take preventative measures from having a blood transfusion. Um, be mindful of your habits and what you do. If you're experiencing like the side effects, I've always said this. I don't know, like, I've said it so many times. I use home nutrition. It doesn't do that to me. They even have prenatals with it, okay? And it doesn't cause you any constipation, all right? And it's a natural form of iron. It's quite different than some of the iron that can be sold on or given, like even by doctors, that can cause harm to the body. It doesn't do that for me, and I've tried a lot, when I was pregnant. But yes, like, try them, okay? Um, yeah, just saying. There might be some healthier means to get what it is that you need. All right, they even have stuff for like the liver and things like that. I don't like to like over medicate. I know that there are natural remedies and actual like other ways to feed myself those things, but sometimes you might be overindulging in those things and creating another form of an addiction that you don't need, or additive. All right, get me? So I feel here that you need to go ahead and find balance in your life. If you're always fearful of like too much of anything, it's like in turn you might be one of those people who are like force fed into your resting place when it's your time. You know what I'm saying? So just like be mindful of like too much, okay? And it's funny because we're on the Cancer reading, which is typically connected to the moon, emotions, okay? And with this bigger wave here, I feel like that's where I'm getting like those hints of threatening others to get your answers, but if you rush the process, you never really get anything done to begin with. So be careful of that. Because, you might be having people provide you with kind answers, and you become so forgetful because you're demanding so much that you miss it. You miss your answer. You miss your opportunities here. You miss your chances for advancement, especially if you've had multiple opportunities to get things going for yourself, but you wanted to create tumultuous patterns, okay? So be mindful of like balancing your emotions, okay? With the Two of Wands here at the bottom of the deck too. Page of Cups. I'm seeing two people come together. They're younger. One is more of a natural healer. One is more methodical or intellectual. I keep hearing rip off with this Page of Swords. And I'm going to be honest here, you guys. I feel like I'm picking up on somebody's projection in this reading because they're going through something personal, and I don't want it to be taken out on everybody, because I feel here that you really need to work on that stigma. Like I said, it's two different forms of beliefs, and somebody here is like trying to take advantage of somebody's like benefit and who they are, and was possibly trying to do this like this whole time. So I'm picking up on hidden motives here. Okay. I'm picking up on hidden motives. I'm picking up on somebody who's overreacting, being irrational, like I was saying. And this is what I'm saying, like, be careful of that too. Because some of you guys, let's say you typically like to date older, or you know, maybe had a father who dated a whole lot younger, and so it kind of gave you, like, I don't know, there's something here about like the way that you started to love based off of the things that you saw. Maybe you came from like a family of people who were not the most honest and things like that. And so you tried to find a way to like struggle, love, and be in the same repeated pattern. Is not healthy for you. And also, I feel like you're opening the doors to darker energies that don't serve you. And also possibly putting like blame on someone here who is actually meant to calm you. The sun, your natural remedy to this iceness, is like heating you and asking you to calm down, like an ocean would that is kind of breaking apart, as it's, melting so that it can get back to flowing again. Although the waves never really stop to a certain degree. I'm getting here that you might need to be careful of something that's intimidating you and try to love the right person and not try to steal. Not for everybody here, but for some people here. Like, let's say you have a person who tells you that they don't like to be read through like cards and things like that. You going behind their back and reading on their energy is not okay. And if you're saying like, oh, so I don't care, I need to know these things, you're probably not the person for them. In fact, I'm gonna conclude it, you're not, because you're bringing a big ass iceberg. That is unnecessary. Trying to want what you want. That's probably not your person and is actually making you appear toxic. Okay? So, for everyone else here who, isn't going through that here, you're just trying to recognize the way to love this person, or like a new person that you have coming in, or somebody that you've been with for a while. This might be the challenge here. This might be the challenge, especially if they don't mind like being read and things like that. Okay. I feel here that this is about recognizing the benefits to each other and how things help. So maybe you guys need to recognize that there might be a maternal energy here, or figure that comes through in the form of divine white light, although the sun can be attributed to the masculine energy. Okay. This isn't necessarily a Leo either. Okay. With this Aquarius energy, I'm seeing the sun and the stars. Okay. I'm not going to paraphrase, but the last time that I saw that, this was in a form where someone was trying to gain some sort of control by being a person that was standing in the way and forcing their way onto people. Yeah. So I feel here that it's almost like trying to blind someone of what is really before them, to intimidate and to control. It would be very, very good for you guys, Cancer, to force less and to move forward in a better direction, instead of being combative to this self-healing journey that you were being called to be on. Because I feel like there's someone here who wants you to like fight with them and fight for them. They don't want you to have any peace, and it's caused you to feel chaotic. And then they want you to be like, oh, no peace, no justice, when in reality, this might actually be a rewarding time for you to see through somebody's true nature, and that you can have authentic love or the opportunity to have healing and mending in your life and close out conflict. This is somebody who does not want you to heal. This could be another Cancer that I'm picking up on too. Or an Aquemini. They have Gemini and Aquarius in their chart. And all they want to do is use you for money that they were supposed to have invested in you to begin with. I feel like the older person. Now, if this person has their own children and you were trying to do something for selfish gain, that could be why you're feeling that self-hatred as well, because you were taken from a part of them. So just be mindful of like where you are, because if you're claiming like you don't care, but also trying to falsify love to people, how conflicting that can be. Then we get to the real root cause of a situation. Somebody who does not know how to love, but doesn't want to practice self-love. And that's when you might need to practice authenticity in the love department if you ever want to gain something that is truly meant for you. And I don't feel for a lot of you that this is coming from something from the past. But if you have engaged in like cyclical patterns or behaviors, you might have put off something truly meant for you, a divine counterpart, whatever this may be for you, for something else. Maybe even fear-based or like discriminatory, reasons. Not recognizing like the history. Knight of Swords. Some of you might need to travel or explore. Somebody keeps saying, oh no, they need to come to me. That might be the issue. That is the issue. Like they already know their path. So anyway, with this Knight of Swords here, make sure that you're not clouding your own judgment by your own American smoke, I heard. I also feel here like with the Wheel of Fortune here, things can change for the better for you, for those of a high vibration, if you go ahead and just start seeing the light of day and not being intimidated by any circumstances or any person that tried to like hold you back or hold you down, okay? Now, if you're like caretaking and it's like bringing you back to your inner child self as you're caretaking, I feel like there's going to be a sense of happiness and alleviation to get away from people who are in conflict and learn that, you might be the peacemaker for other people who might have been experiencing conflict. That might be the good thing to be during a time where you feel like people are just not so damn sovereign. I feel like if you're a nurse or a caretaker or something like that for like an elder, if you will, and this person has been explaining like they have a family member or somebody who could be calling them as like a scammer, I don't think they lying, and I think you might be looking into it and helping this person to resolve this situation. You know, February, you know, tax season and things like that. Um, I feel like, you know, people recognize when they're getting taken advantage of. I'm also seeing here that some of these people at one point in time were the youth. And also be careful of who friends and family. There could be some people who were like at a distance or moved away or something like that, trying to call and scam people. Like, due to like, it's crazy because these people are going to do their best to try to make it seem like they are not desperate. Like, make it seem like they're not desperate. This is an Aries here. This is a Leo here, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This could be an older Sagittarius, and I don't mean old as in old. I feel like this is somebody who is like in their late 30s, early 40s or something like that. This is a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Cancer here. Yeah. Some younger signs too, like very young. And when I say very young, I feel like they're, with all due respect, if this is like scamming and stuff that we're picking up on and you're trying to figure out who it is, these people are immature. They're very naive. And I feel like they even try to date people. And then, like, they're a psychopath. They are a psychopath. I really got to call it out. They are a full psychopath. In dilemma. Some of them may be like, if they have a person who is in prison or something like that, they might be like going just there. Okay. And I also feel here for those of you of high vibration who have been like moving forward from negative energies and stuff like that, you know, it's giving you the ability to connect, to create companionship, or to heal yourself, or to come in contact with people that you can get to know. Oh, somebody wants to know how two mermaids procreate. Okay. If you got a person, oh, this, okay. Okay. Somebody could be in the, I'm gonna say, the possibility of separation from a person or getting a divorce. And they are like really mesmerized by someone that they've seen or something like that. It's all rhyming, and I'm not trying to rhyme, but you know, they've seen them before, and they're trying to figure out like, hey, I would like to get to know you differently than how I know you or knew you, because maybe they had a lot of gossip, a lot of slander, or somebody had a certain reputation that they discovered was false. Like, I feel like these were people who were trying to claim that someone, like both parties weren't good. Like somebody had a bashing person that they're like on the outside, or somebody who's always creating arguments or conflict. And then the other person is like possibly leaving a situation that they know doesn't serve them. They've been knew it didn't serve them. They've been happier and healthier and they're not so intimidated by a lot of BS. But somebody could have spread gossip on this innocent person that they were like giving people STDs and shit, and they didn't. And they take care of themselves. I had somebody who lied on me like that several times. But anyway, like the fuck? No, you was a hoe. You was a hoe not knowing that you were with somebody who's actually healthy and clean and not afraid of shit. The fuck? I don't know. But anyway, I feel like, you know, somebody might be trying to like connect or create a friendship here. This is not anybody like from the past. I feel like maybe it's just similar signs. Ten of Cups and the Empress. Bloop, bloop. What the fuck? That's my sign of like somebody getting pregnant quick, or like a quick union ship. Somebody might like really want somebody with the Ten of Cups and the Empress. The Moon, somebody has hidden feelings is what's coming to the surface here. So somebody's shooting their shot. They see what they like. They want to. So they in a Ariana. Then they shot their shot. Then they come in expeditiously, also as a savior of some kind in some ways. But they first must clear out the confusion. I feel like it's already been clearing up, but maybe they have a lot of work to do. There's a lot of like commotion at work beforehand and prior to. And then there's like this energy of like getting to know each other. Somebody slick trying to play footsie, but with flippers. Then we got like, oh wow. An additional star here, Ten of Cups, with this Christmas tree. So this goes from spring to winter to another spring with this person, and there might be offspring. Ooh, okay. This is something that's long-term that might be coming into you guys. Or somebody wants something that's long-term here. And I keep hearing somebody's forewarning of like, hey, I'm gonna forewarn you. At one point in time, I was a hoe. This might be a male with locks, or they had locks at one point in time. Or this is like a female who may have went through how do I put that for the two? They went through internal disagreements due to a physical exchanges in life that affected how they viewed themselves, okay? But I am seeing here that they have learned to love themselves and are healing that. things may not necessarily go the way that you intend with this person, Cancer. And I mean in a good way. Like, I don't feel like neither one is in a rush to like run down the aisle. But somebody might be offering like, hey, I want you to like live with me. I want you to be around me because I want you safe and protected at all times with the star card here. So like, if we're talking about dates or times, like if there is something that is coming into you, I'm picking up like by the 17th of the month. Like if you have something that's happening, somebody might be offering that. Mm-hmm. And we got these 3 lights from the sky. I feel like I'm seeing how a baby finna be made and how somebody's life is finna be changing and how somebody's sick of all this damn fighting and they want to, ooh, this is why somebody is upset. It's a darker complected person that's coming through. I feel like they're upset. It could also be lighter, but I'm picking up on a darker person. This is why they're upset because they're like, I don't want anybody disturbing this person or their womb because I do not want like my land or my person to be angry or upset when they're welcoming and birthing things, or and also when they heal afterwards. The 6 of Swords. It's about moving towards peace and peaceful resolve and things like that. They told me to just chill here and type. Maybe somebody types or writes or like does ASL or signs or things like that. Hmm. 2 offers. They came in and you turned one down and then you went with another one. This is you said no to them and yes to yourself. They're jealous and judged you. Some of y'all gonna be closing that door. So that 4 and that 3 gonna subtract to 1 because you're choosing your divine self, and it's 3 lines, like I said, those 3 lines in the sky, and you are meant to be. You're on your right path, and somebody gonna be meaty mad if they try to take you on a date and they feel like they backed up. The 777, pay attention to signs around you. Your intuition is telling you something important. Somebody is going to be a freaking tease. A fucking tease. So you need to reconnect with nature and plants. Prosperity lies in the midst. Focus on your healing of your heart chakra and all of these things that keep you nice and warm and lovey-dovey and all these things. I feel like somebody does want to give you that, but they are going to be like a fucking beast. This is like a beast in a bell of love, okay? And then they become a fuzzy bear. You ever thought about that? I thought about that shit. So in the first Beauty and the Beast, right? How the fuck he changed back into the fucking beast again? For the additional ones. Belle knew what she wanted. But anyway. this could also be a sign that, like, you know, if somebody scorned them at one point in time, it scorned your true person at one point in time, like, you don't judge them and you love them either way, whichever way they feel most comfortable being loved. And you blend, or you're learning, or you're wanting, I don't know where y'all are at in your journey. You're doing something to teach each other about the blending, and that it's okay to smile and be that loving guy that you once were without the pompousness. And you can find healing in that. It's like you need both. And if somebody feels more comfortable, you know, being a furry big selves and being sweet on the inside, then they shall be that. But if they want to, you know, slim down, you know, they can do that too. I'm just hearing here, make sure you focus on that heart chakra, okay? I could be picking up on somebody's weakness ever so slightly. Bitch, get that Mrs. Dash on them. Like, if you care about this person and you don't want this person to go into like cardiac arrest early, get some Mrs. Dash, like cook with some healthier ingredients. Okay, Mrs. Dash, I've known about Mrs. Dash since my grandmother was living. And, you know, she was suffering from like slight liver pains, heart pains, and things like that, like signs. I won't really talk about, you know, what she was dealing with, but her ailments, right? And like, man, when I say me and my mom, like we went and we did all of the research that we could. We went out, we went to the store, and we got home Mrs. Dash, and like, you know, with her struggling with a little bit of alcoholism and things like that, her taste buds were a little messed up. And for a while, she was like, oh, I hate that shit. I don't like that. I don't like that seasoning. That shit nasty. We would put other seasonings in, but lighter ones and things like that. But eventually, after a while, you know, she started healing and getting, you know, better. And she was happier. She was smiling. You know, she was less aggressive and things like that. But like, come on now. Like, there are certain remedies and certain ways that you can learn to heal and love other people. You know, the same way with nature. All right. And the same way with money, and the same way with like love in general. Like, is somebody afraid of like the Luther Vandross thing? I don't know if you have like, you know, fluctuations in your body. So I'm gonna just use that example. But you know, that is one of the things in which they said happened, and the reason why they crossed, you know, when they did. And it could be, you know, health related levels and things like that. That's all I'm saying. I see here, you know, oh, the yellow one, the Mrs. Dash, the yellow one, that was like the only one that they had back then. Okay, and then they started expanding to other ones, but they're pretty good. They're very good, and they actually help reduce like risk of heart disease and things like that. Okay, and if somebody's worried about me, I'm good. I'm good. I promise you that. Okay, but yeah, let's go ahead and see what's going on with this love. I don't mean to shake the camera too much. Okay, please stop trying to like ask me personal questions about something that happened to me, especially if you don't really know me. I feel like these are public people, okay? 19 breaking down to a 10. Express love through gifts. A small token of love can convey great appreciation, okay? I feel like a lot of you all, oh, we got the pearl here. And demonstrate love. 12, 12. I've been seeing that a lot for you guys. Okay. You guys are coming into a unionship with someone who appreciates that you value smaller tokens of appreciation. Like at the heart of you. Okay. And I feel like somebody was accustomed to someone who made them at the surface very icy or cold or harsh or like brutal. Because they were very, very, very fucking selfish. Very selfish. And I feel like this is the masculine who experienced this, but the feminine possibly has experienced this as well in a different way. The difference, the feminine could have been like a caregiver to like users. And the masculine was getting nothing but users. And it gave them like some form of an addiction to bitches that use. And so I feel here that you might, depending on who I'm talking to here, be mindful, like do not give outside of this connection. Even if you're talking to them, I feel like you might start to consider it a relationship then, even in friendship. That's going to be the best philosophy, especially if you're trying to break a cyclical pattern. Like, do not be handing money to no fucking body. Don't be like exchanging shit for flicks and shit. All of that shit is out the fucking window. Like, because I feel like that is going to be the way that you show and break some sort of like addiction pattern to like love patterns. Maybe when you're getting other readings done, they might be saying, oh, you have a sexual addiction or something like that. But I feel like that might be the root of what I'm getting. It's more of a prostitutionary type of energy that I'm getting here, okay? And how you demonstrate love. Especially if you're in a place where like, you know, this shit isn't necessarily condoned, but some people might engage in it. Like at your job. Okay? I feel like people are trying to change that narrative around because of certain stigmas and how it might, you know, come off. So, find out what is important to those you love and act on it. I don't know that person, that actor's name. I really do not. I've seen a lot of their movies that they have acted in. I might need to look that up, okay? But I just saw like Ezel skipping off like la 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 la. Okay, so maybe somebody's related to that person, okay? I don't know, but that's for somebody, okay? All right, Cancer, that was your message. I hope and pray that you enjoyed and that it resonated with you. Thumbs up the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel. I would love to read for your energy. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.